What's going on, everybody? John Eric Poli here with My MMA News, and today's guest is coming off a very emotional win over the weekend. I'm speaking to number 15 ranked bantamweight contender, Miss Julia Avila, is joining us today. She defeated Julia Stoliarenko by a third round submission at UFC Vegas 30 over the weekend. Julia, how you doing today? Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, John. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on the show.
It's always a pleasure to have you on, and let's start getting into the great victory that you had over the weekend here. Of course, after the fight, we saw your emotion inside of the cage. Now here we are a few days after the fight. Just how are you feeling? Have things kind of settled in there? How are the emotions now?
Emotions are still pretty all over the place. I'm very excited and just happy. Happy. I was happy going into the fight. I was happy during the fight. I'm happy after the fight. Just overwhelmingly happy.
I bet, definitely. And of course, a lot of that emotion has come from a bit of these moving parts that have been going on the last few months. You, of course, had some gym issues. You kind of started your own thing. I know you did spend some time at Glory MMA a little bit. Kind of just tell everybody what you can tell us of these moving parts. I'm sure there's a lot of hard things that you don't want to get into, but whatever you could tell us, please, because we did see the emotion from you, and you mentioned it in your post-fight interview.
Yeah, so I got excused from my old gym, and a lot of people left with us. And so I have an obligation to them, and we didn't want to start anywhere else. So a group of us got together and we opened up a gym. We opened up the Outsiders Combat Club, and now we're here. We're living it up. And sorry, my coach. And I did go a couple of times to Glory MMA to go train, and James Krause is amazing. The entire team is so nice, so welcoming. But I just couldn't handle both at the same time because it is so far away. And like I said, I want to lead my people, and I want to make sure things are good here before I overextend myself. So, I think I showed in the cage, at least I hope I did, that I can do it. But now I need to take the proper steps to surpass where I'm at.
I understand. Now, when we talk long term with all of this, where I guess is the next move? Like, are you going to still kind of go out to Glory MMA every once in a while? I know you just said how you want to make sure things are okay at home first, or so when you think long term here, are we staying like you just did, or is there going to be more of this moving? Well, what exactly is the long term effect here?
There's going to be more cross training if James Krause will have me, and if the team will have me. I want to train a lot up there and still hold down the fort here. So I'm going to be going back and forth. I think now, with this win, if I would have gotten the bonus, that would have helped out too with the expenses of going back and forth. But alas, here we are. But no, I mean, aside from that, I have a team of amazing coaches. My corners, every single one of them, they're more than capable of holding down the fort here. I'm kind of a little bit of a control freak, so it's hard for me to let go.
And now, aside from all of that drama, there's also the drama of the fight game here. Of course, you've had several runs of bad luck with opponents falling out. Of course, this fight with Julia was supposed to happen, I believe, back in March. She passed that on the scale with a video that went viral, and we're glad that she's safe and everything after that scary incident. But, how are you feeling now that all of this is just all behind you? That maybe we can start a new trend of good luck now, not all of that is behind you.
Yes, exactly. I hope I start a new trend of good luck. That's what I want. A trend of good luck. Let's breathe that into existence. Let's speak it. But I'm ready to go with whoever, whenever. I just need the opportunity, and I'm just down to scrap.
Well, I think you're going to get the opportunity after this last fight that you just had, and I do want to start breaking down your victory just a little bit here, and we'll start with that opening round there. You stepped right on the gas right from the get-go. You were cracking her with several big shots. Julia's nose is busted open. Just how tough was she in the opening round? Because you hit her with some really heavy stuff that probably would put a lot of people away.
I knew going into the fight that she's very durable, super durable. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to knock her out, but you're right. I did rock her a couple of times, and I smelled the blood and I saw the blood, and I went after it, and I can hear every single one of my coaches yell, "No brawl, no brawl, don't brawl." And I was like, fine. And so I backed off a little bit. And it's funny that a lot of people are saying, I haven't had the opportunity to watch the entire fight yet, but everyone's saying like, you came out guns blazing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? Because I felt really slow. Like I wasn't as aggressive as I normally am, which I think speaks to the testament of like me growing as an athlete and being a little bit more cerebral about my fighting. But I felt super slow. I don't know. Hopefully maybe I can pick it up a little bit more. But yeah, my coach in between the second and third round, he said, "Julia, you lost that. You need to pick it up. I need you to find that finish." And I was like, okay, I'll come out faster. That's what I'm going to do.
So you thought, I was just going to actually ask you, when you just said that you, in between the second and third round, where you said that you lost the round, you thought you lost that second round? Because I thought, obviously she had the takedown, but you had several key moments in that second round. Did you really thought you had lost that second round like that? You were like, going into the third, you thought it was 1-1?
I just listened to my coach, and he told me to find the finish, and that's what I did. So if he tells me I'm losing a round, then I believe them, and I need to do better. So you can hear him. He said, "Find the underhook." Second later, I found the underhook. Do the takedown. Okay, cool. I'll do that.
And there you have it. And that was exactly the third round submission there. You were able to get that takedown, lock in the choke there. I did want to ask you about that too. Coming into the fight, everybody was saying, Julia's going to be tough on the ground. It was you getting the submission victory. So what does that say too about you evolving as a martial artist, that you're going on the ground with these high-level people like that?
Well, so a lot of people don't know that I actually specialize in the ground. I train more on the ground than I do stand up. I just never had the opportunity to be on the ground. The fight with Sarge was a little bit different. Like, yes, I was on the ground, but I also sustained an injury that prevented me from doing what I normally do. So I think this fight really showcased what I'm capable of on the ground, and that I can be a well-rounded fighter, and I am a well-rounded fighter. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just the puppet, and they orchestrated me, my corners, and I just listen. I'm coachable.
All right, Julie, I know you're tight on time here. You have a bunch of interviews lined up. I just got two more quick things for you. First of which being, we just broke down this fight. We talked a lot about things going on outside of the gym. We said we're on a trend of good luck with you now. What's next? Where do we go from here? You just got a big win. You said you're down to scrap. When do we see you back in the cage again next?
I'm not sure. I hope I get a full camp. I hope my opponent is, healthy and ready to go. I don't know who that's going to be. I know that there's a lot of bantams that have fights already. I know that some of them are moving in divisions. So, it's all God's plan right now.
I understand. And next time we speak, by the way, too, I'm just going to give you a heads up now so you can start preparing for it. I'm going to have geology questions for you. But for now, in the meantime, I got one other thing that I have to address with you. As a guy that wears shirts, ties, suits whenever I do interviews, you got some blood on DC's suit. Are you going to help him out with the bill there for that?
I would love to if I got that bonus, but I'd buy him a new suit. No, I felt so bad about that. And I will pay for your dry cleaning. Also, none of it's my blood. So maybe she can pay for it. I'm kidding.
You guys can split the bill 50-50. That's only fair. I understand. All right, Julia, I know, like I said, you have interviews lined up here. I know you're on a time crunch. Just real quick before you head out, though, social media, management, sponsors, anything you need to plug, please feel free to do so.
All right. So for Panda Nation, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Raging Panda MMA. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, but mostly Instagram. That's what I like to do. I do try to communicate with my fans. So if I don't get to you, I'm very sorry, but know that I read and I see everything that y'all say and do. And I appreciate you, and just be happy.
All right, Julie, thanks again for the time. I know you're a busy girl today. You have interviews lined up back to back to back, and we appreciate that you made the time for us here today at My MMA News. And to all of you guys out there, like I always do in all my interviews, just want to remind you guys, if you want to see more great interviews like this one that you just watched, please not only subscribe to this YouTube channel, but please keep going to My MMA News. We have a lot of great content that comes out there 7 days a week. A great social media following and pages as well. So make sure you go there, give us a like and a follow there as well. We'll see you later, everybody.